And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. And I am freezing right now, but I got a returning guest, man. I'll let him introduce himself, man. Who we got?
Since99, what's up?
Hey, man. How you doing today, man?
Doing pretty well. Doing pretty good, you know. Album just dropped, feeling motivated, for real.
Hey, man. You're definitely one of my favorite rappers out right now, man. Been listening to you ever since I found out about you, and when I found out this was dropping, I was pretty hyped. And hey, man, you came through again, bro. It's like you don't miss.
Thank you. I try my hardest.
I mean, like I said, I'm a big sports fan, so I feel like it's always just fun. Saying, who is he going to mention? I mean, out the gate, Jalen Waddle references. I mean, I'm kicking shit like I'm Joey Sly.
First bar of the album.
First bar of the album, Jalen Waddle bars. But yeah, what's been going on since we? I think the last time I interviewed you was like 2020, like early 2020. So before Carbon Copy dropped, I know for sure. So in between that time, what's been new in your life?
A lot has changed. I mean, I've done a lot, I've traveled a lot, saw a lot of things, experienced a lot more, like, within the music industry. And I've just, like, grown up, too. Like, I just feel like my taste in music and pretty much everything's just, like, different now, you know?
Hey, well, something you don't know. Well, you know that this little part right here. You definitely in our interview. I don't know if you remember this or not. You put me on a Slime Cedo. I was not
Yeah.
listening to Slime Cedo before that. I cannot stop listening to Slime Cedo now. So, but what you don't know is, have you gotten in contact with him at all?
Yeah, he actually reached out to me
Mm.
a little while ago, and you know, he fucks with me. It was crazy to like actually like see him show respect, and it's crazy like 'cause he's like one of my favorite artists, you know, ever, and you know, just him showing love was dope, and we were gonna make a song. I never ended up like get anything back, but regardless, you know, I got the most respect for bro. Like he's going crazy right now too, like for real.
Shout out to Slime Cedo. Hey, I thought I was doing something special. I was definitely working behind the scenes to try to get you in contact with him. But hey, it looks like you already did it. So shout out to Slime Cedo, man. He has the song on this dedication album called One Blood. I damn near lost my feeling in my leg doing the pop smoke dance to that song. That song is amazing, man. Shout out to Slime Cedo, man. You put me on to something fire.
His sound really just been elevating too. His beat selections have gotten a lot crazier.
And that's one thing I appreciate about you. I can tell that you're like, you're a fan. I feel like a lot of rappers, they try to be too cool for school type of thing. It's like, oh, I don't listen to anybody. I just listen to myself. Meanwhile, they probably listen to a lot of people. But I can tell that you like appreciate people. Like you're not afraid to, say, hey, shout out to this guy. This guy's cool.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, I'm just like a normal person, bro. Just like everybody else, you know. I don't like try to have an ego really, or like you know any of that. I make music, you know. I rap and shit, but you know, I respect everybody, and you know, yeah, I am a fan. Like, I wouldn't say like in terms of like being a fan, but like I definitely listen to people's music.
What's the
Keep,
bar on this album? You said, you said something. You said, that bitch fanned out. What was the bar?
bro, I feel like I've had like a few of those probably. I don't know what show specific bar.
You had a good I think I saw her listen to my music. That bitch fanned out. And I was like, all right, I like that. That was a pretty good one. But yeah, man, I just want to start from from Carbon Copy because like I said, I didn't get a chance to talk to you about that. That album, I feel like is where I seen you take a leap like skill wise. I don't know if you felt it, but like comparing it to the last two albums, I think the last two albums were before that were good. But I feel like this you found like a bag where it was just like you have a Sergio Kitchens. I feel like that's one of your best songs. I feel like Thugger Thugger when I feel it. Like the way that you were like rapping on that was insane to me. Freaking RP Drink Method. I love that. I feel like your hooks got even better. I feel like you were already good with your hooks, but I feel like they took a step up with this album. What else is on here? It's crazy. Freaking Raspberry Cough is insane to me. That song sounds like Lex Luger produced it for Gucci Mane in 2006. That and Mario Chalmers sounds like those type of beats. Two
Both those
crazy beats.
beats, crazy. Dior Days, bro. The producer on both those, he's fire.
Those beats are super super hard. But yes, I say all that to say that I feel like you took a real step, like I feel like, into becoming like your own. Like Under Pressure legit sounds like music that's going to be on like every hoop mixtape for the next 15 years. Like I could see like every young hooper putting that at the very beginning there, like hoop mixtape, be like, yeah, this is like he hitting like crossovers and stuff like that. So yeah, man, you really did your thing on that.
Thank you, thank you.
Did you feel like you? I don't know. Like, what did you feel like there was a step above? Like, I don't know. Like, you took like an extra step on this tape, or did it just seem like a normal thing to you?
Well, with Carbon Copy, I don't know. I feel like Carbon Copy, to me personally, I actually like it less than
Mm,
my old tapes.
really?
I feel like it was probably the most like kind of like thrown together tape that I had. I just had like a lot of songs. I just kind of like put them on there, and I was just dropping. I don't really know. I feel like in terms of like the tapes before that, I like 99 overall, better than that.
Mm.
But I mean, it's still a good tape. Don't get me wrong. I like the stuff I did on there, but I think there's like a lot of songs on there that were just kind of like fillers. I don't
Mm.
know. I just put like a lot more out. As to like now, if I were to drop something, I'd really like keep it like more short, like with the song count. Like, 'cause it was like 27 songs, like with the deluxe. Now I'd rather just drop like 10, 15, 10 to 15, track tapes or, whatever. But,
Well, one thing from the previous tapes and this tape compared to Carbon Copy is that I will say they probably were like a little bit more cohesive versus Carbon Copy. Like you said, it is like 20 plus songs on that, so I can see why you would say that. But I feel like that album has some of your best songs. That's what I think I took from that. Like, yo, this is like freaking Raspberry Cough is crazy, man.
yeah. Nah,
You
I will say I showed more versatility. That was like, yeah, that's the biggest thing I think on that one. I did like a lot of different types of beats.
a lot of different type of beats, a lot of different types of styles, much more features on that one right there with like who was on there? Freaking, I think Tron was on the deluxe, wasn't he?
Yeah, Tron and Stan. I had a song with them on the deluxe.
So yeah, I like I said, I was a huge fan of that. The bar that always sticks in my head, just rambling in everyday life, is "You tell me," like Jalen Ramsey. I don't know why that bar always hits me, but
Forgot
that's a
about
that's a great bar. But yeah, like I said, I feel like that was where I said, oh, he can do like a little bit of everything, and then we go into the new tape, and I feel like you're showing me something else you could do. Not that you've never done it before, but what I really appreciate about this tape was like your more like chill songs. So like the SSX, the Might Crash. What's the song before Might Crash? Freaking. What's the song before Might Crash? Sticky Situation.
Yeah.
That song is like get stuck in my head all the time. Like I said, your hooks. I feel like every album you get better with your hooks. I don't know if that's something that you practice on or what, but it's definitely being shown because they're very catchy. Like uh damn, that's a sticky situation. Like that gets stuck in my head. So yeah, I think that you really showed that like you could do like the kind of chilled out songs, and those are like my favorite songs on the current album.
That was definitely the goal I was going for with this most recent one, because I wanted to like make it more of like a smoking tape, like more like a tape where you can vibe to. Because I feel like a lot of the songs and like the music I've dropped has been like a lot of hard hitting, just
Mm-hmm.
like me like yelling over the beat, just saying shit. But like now I really want to make actual music, and like I don't know, I feel like I'm just evolving as an artist. Like I'm learning more how to like structure my songs, and I don't know, just make it like more pleasant to the ear. That was my biggest goal. I wanted to just like show that I'm evolving.
That's cool because I've interviewed rappers who've been rapping like way less longer than you, and I've asked them like, okay, so like, what do you want to evolve on? What do you want to improve on? And I had one person say, nothing. Like I'm perfect. Like I don't got nothing to improve on. And I'm thinking in my head like, you definitely do. I'm just let you believe that. So I think that is cool that you could like notice the weaknesses of things you want to improve on.
Yeah, I'm really self aware with my music. I feel like
You
so.
think that comes from like your sports background? The fact that like you're in sports, it's like instilled in you that you need to practice on the things that you're not good at. Like if you can't dribble that well, there's like okay, you need to go to the court and dribble, do some dribbling drills or something like that.
Yeah, I mean honestly, that is a good comparison. Yeah, because they always tell you like practice makes perfect. Whatever. That's cliche, but honestly, it's truthful. So yeah, I would say that for sure.
No, that's cool. And like I said, just listening to this album, man, like I said, the sports bars always stick out to me. And I thought, I don't know, I think you have a bar about this on the album. I couldn't really hear, but it made me think you are in Michigan. You rap a lot about sports. You doing any sports betting?
Bro, yeah, okay, well, not recently. There was a period of time, like past few months, where I was doing it, here and there. And that's where I got it, like, I had that one bar. I was like, how many bands on a parlay?
Parlay? Okay. I
Yeah,
thought you said that. Yeah.
yeah. So I've been getting hit to that. Honestly, I never even, like, got into that until, actually, I was at the studio one day, and Tron was like, he was on FanDuel, and he showed me like what he was doing. I was like, "What is FanDuel, bro?" Like, and he just like described it to me, and he's like saying like all of this stuff, and I was like, "Okay, well, let me go try it out." And then all of a sudden, like a lot of my other friends were starting to do it, like parlays, whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I do it here and there, but I don't try to get too much into that because I know how I operate, and I might blow a bit too much money.
Did you have any real success?
No. And that's a big reason why too.
What did you do? Do you have a bet that you like? Was there a bet that sticks in your mind that you just knew was going to hit and did not hit?
Bro, okay, so this is how they get you, bro. So I had like this one bet where it was like Aaron Rodgers gets like 3 touchdowns, and I thought it meant 3 passing touchdowns.
Mm.
And like apparently it was like it wasn't even related to passing, but actually had to be rushing touchdowns. But I like the fucking site I was on was saying like like passing touchdowns. I don't know. I really got me confused. But then I thought he was gonna do it. He got like everything that he needed to do for it, but he didn't rush the ball for touchdowns. It was all passing. So then I saw that and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm taking a break.
See, I'm in Florida where there's probably not going to be any like legalized betting anytime soon. But I have a friend from Michigan who doesn't watch football, but he wants me to like help him put together like football parlays. So I know exactly what you're talking about. You probably put down like a 3-time Aaron Rodgers anytime touchdown. I think like an anytime touchdown.
That I think is what it was.
Yes, and that's not like a passing touchdown. That's either like a receiving.
That was, bro. That was such a rookie mistake. I was like, bro.
Hey, you know how like I feel like Money Man was one of the first rappers I ever heard rapping about like the whole scamming dark web type of stuff like in detail the way he was doing. That was one of the first rappers I heard. I feel like you could be kind of the first rapper to go in detail having like FanDuel bars. If you had FanDuel bars, I think that might be insane. So I know you're dibbling dabbling, you're a little scared to get back into it, but hey man, I think you should go all in with FanDuel bars, man.
I'm gonna leave that to Tron. I think he actually has said like a couple FanDuel
Really?
bars. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah. He's already on that, bro. He's already on that.
Shout out to Tron. And just listen to your music. I know that I was watching an interview with you, and you said you went to college for like sports broadcasting, right? For a little bit.
Originally, yeah, but it ended up just being like a business thing. I wanted to kind of learn how to like market and do stuff before I went into the industry, but things like just started moving really fast, and I was like, I'm just gonna drop out. So that, yeah, it was there was like the first semester of college I wanted to do it, and then I was just like, I don't even know if I could even do it at the college I was going to, really. Like, I don't even know like how well that would have like positioned me. So I was like, I'm just gonna do business, because then like music was starting to happen too. So I was like, I'm just gonna push that to the side.
Is that something that you would ever like think about doing, even on like just a simple like you doing like YouTube vlogs of you like just discussing like, oh, this is the weekend of sports or something like that? Like, would you ever get into something like that?
Bro, like literally like recently I've been thinking about like starting a YouTube channel, like involved with that, or like streaming, you know. I don't know, like something like that I'm definitely gonna start doing soon.
I think you should, bro. Like, I'm like all in for you because I feel like you already have a name as an artist, and I feel like a lot of the people that like you are probably sports fans because I feel like a lot of people say, oh, he has all these crazy sports bars, and if they know those sports players, they're more than likely probably sports fans themselves. So I feel like the crossover between people who probably don't even listen to rap but finding out about you through, you know, the sports thing, they can be like, oh, he talks about sports. Let me listen to his music. I usually don't like rap, but maybe I like this. And they end up liking your music as well. So I feel like there's no harm in trying to do both. And even if it's like just at a small level, like if you're just doing small little YouTube videos and it blossoms into something big, I think that's something that you could really excel at.
It's just like, yeah, the opportunity to make money off of that, and then also enjoy. I'd really enjoy doing something like that, like for real. Like, so I'm definitely gonna start getting into that. Yeah.
Hey man, you should, man. Super Bowl picks.
I'm about to go with the Rams.
You think so?
Joe Burrow, yeah, I think he really is nice like that, but like I think the Rams just have way too good of a team overall.
I feel like I think that, but I've said that for every other team Joe Burrow's played almost his playoffs, where it's like, oh, he can't beat the Titans. Oh, he's of course not gonna beat the Chiefs. And I was like, he shouldn't beat the Rams, but this like I feel like the year in the NFL was just it's way too unpredictable. Like everything is just like you can't call it type of thing, you know. So I don't know. We'll see. But
That might be the case, yeah. I don't know. I feel like the best overall team in the league is the Rams, though, so that's why I go with them.
on paper, I feel like them and like the Cardinals look like the best team, you know, and Cardinals kind of ass now. So I don't
Yeah,
know. We'll
that's
see.
true. We'll see, yeah.
We will see. I mean, but this is coming from a very disgruntled Patriots fan, so just glad that the man. I'm not gonna lie. I was telling this to somebody recently. I'm a Patriots fan, so I feel like I'm like spoiled. Man, I watched the Chiefs beat the Bills. I celebrated like the Patriots won. I did not know I had that much hate in my heart for Josh Allen and the Bills, but I was so happy to see the Bills get eliminated. Cause man, that was a sad day to watch Mac Jones get kind of his back
Wait,
blown out.
how are you a Patriots fan in Florida, though?
That's a great question.
I'm about to ask you questions like I'm the interviewer.
That's a great question. I'm from Jacksonville, so even more like, how could you be a Patriots fan? But I'm not gonna lie, man. There was a point in time where nobody went to Jacksonville Jaguar games, and there was this thing called blackouts where the game wouldn't even come on TV because they didn't sell enough tickets for the game to come on TV. So usually, if a game was on TV, it would probably be the Patriots. So I kind of grew up during that like Randy Moss, Tom
Mm,
Brady, Aaron Hernandez era. And I was just like, yo, these guys are kind of cool. And I was already like a Randy Moss fan since I was a child. So I seen Randy Moss on this new team. I was like, oh, okay, I'm following Randy Moss. Then it ended up just me being like a huge Patriot fan. So,
okay, yeah, I understand that for sure.
do you have a team? Do you have teams in like basketball and football?
Basketball, I'm a Thunder fan.
Thunder fan.
That's just because I'm originally from Oklahoma.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And when I was like growing up, like I remember like, like when I started getting like a little bit older, like they started really going crazy. And I moved away like right before it really like started like Harden, like that one season I had when they went to the finals against the Heat. I like moved out of there like the year before that. So like I remember I went to like one of the first preseason games for the Thunder. So it was in my hometown. That shit was crazy.
I feel like you kind of going back to like being fans of people or whatever. I'm not a person either where I'm like fanned out or anything, but like I'm not gonna lie, it's like the closest thing where I'm just like oh like starstruck would probably be like certain athletes. Like of course I'm a Patriots fan, so like Tom Brady, that's like somebody I've seen, watched, admired for the longest. So have you ever mentioned like all these sports players that do in your bars? Have you ever like came in contact with any of these people? Like I do know, I did see John Henson comment on your page.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Any more of that has happened?
Uh, yeah. Honestly, I don't think I've ever. Well, okay, I'll say probably the biggest like sports cosign I got, like athlete cosign, was Lamar.
Jackson?
Yeah, he liked one of my tweets, but that's like the biggest like interaction of all. I've had plenty of like like the mid tier athletes I've shouted out. No offense to them, but like the people that people wouldn't really know. A lot of them have tapped in and like shown love, so that's cool.
Has
Yeah.
Kyle Guy reached out at all?
No, I don't think he has.
Kyle Guy has to reach out. Man. Shout out to, I'm also a Heat fan, and he kind of went crazy for us for a little stretch when COVID was going crazy. So shout out to Kyle Guy. Any mid tier person that you like, kind of a fan of that reached out and you're like, oh, that's cool. Maybe not somebody that's big, but you're like, oh, I actually rock with this person.
Let me think. I don't know if like yeah, I really had a player that I was like a fan of that reached out. At least I can't remember. I know Benny Snell. You know who Benny Snell
Of
is?
course.
Yeah, he's shown love to me, but I think he's from the DMV area.
Mm.
So he was tapped in. I remember I DM'd him a while ago. I like his game. So yeah.
Man, it seems like everybody's tapped in, man. I seen a couple months ago, freaking, speaking of Florida, Florida legend T-Pain was tapped in.
That was one of the craziest things.
Explain how and what happened with that.
I really don't like. Okay, well, what I know is that I know T Pain live streams a decent amount. I guess he reacts to music and stuff. I'm pretty sure somebody just like submitted my video,
Mm.
and yeah, he saw it. Like he was live streaming, and that's where the clip came from.
Can we? Is that clip anywhere? I mean, I know the clip is on your page, but is the full clip anywhere on the internet? Because I can't find it.
I can probably actually. I think I might have the full clip. I just trimmed it down.
Got you, got you, got you, got you, got you, got you, got you.
But
Now that was
it,
crazy. Did you like wake up to that, or somebody send that to you immediately? Like, what was the like? How did you get that information?
I was just like going through my DMs and I saw somebody send it.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Shout
it's
out
like
to T
somebody
Pain.
recorded.
Shout out to T Pain. And I remember, like, kind of going back off of that months before, I had played that Kenny Beats snippet like 300 times. The professional loose talker. Your guy's a crime stopper. I was like, yeah, I cannot wait for this to come out. Came out and yeah, man, that was it's a great song. That's a great. How did Kenny find out about you?
Pretty much how everybody else found about me for real. Immaculate. He had tweeted that video, that snippet like on his page, and he did like a little meme of it. And then after that, he tapped in a little bit later, and yeah, we linked up. We had a session uh, at the cave. That shit was legendary. So it was a great experience.
Hey man, like I said, I feel like even if it's like a slow burn, I don't know if you feel like it's happening fast or happening too slow, but I feel like one day really soon, like the world will know. You feel me? Because I feel like that's what everything that's like good music. It's like eventually people catch on, even if it's later or sooner. People catch on. Do you feel like it's going slow, or you feel like it's actually going fast?
Well, actually, bro, and like with how I like treat it, I kind of want it to go slower. I
Mm.
want more of a slow build up because I know if I would have done certain things that I could have been way more up than I am right now. Like if I were to like play the tactic of like doing a publicity stunt or whatever, like all this extra shit, I could have like been out of the water right now. But like I don't know, really. The only thing I'm worried about is just like having fun with this shit, making music. Occasionally post pictures of myself. Like I don't know, I really don't. I don't treat it like I want to be like the top person. I kind of want to just be somebody that's like a gem.
Well, that's also interesting that you say, you're not trying to do big publicity stunts because you don't really post that much on social media, like on Instagram or Twitter that much. You're kind of, tweet when you want to type of person. Are you not on social media a lot, or you just don't post a lot?
I would say I don't post a lot. Like
Gotcha.
I feel like I'm definitely paying attention. Like I'll be scrolling through stuff, but yeah, for the most part, I usually keep like my regular life. Like every once in a while I'll pop out, but I'm a pretty chill person, so I don't try to like record shit like and all that. I don't have like that instinct in my mind like when I'm out somewhere to like record or anything.
I feel you. I feel like this generation and probably even the past generation, people like in their mid to early 30s, it's like we don't live in the moment anymore. It's like we just kind of live within our phones. It's like something's crazy's happened. Oh, I gotta record it instead of like, oh, I'm gonna just take this moment in for what it is.
Exactly, because before I know it, I'm gonna be old as shit, and then all these memories are just me like staring at something.
I feel like it's so weird when I look at like concerts and all I see is like people holding their phones up. Like I get it, you probably want a picture, you want some videos or whatever, but it's like the
Yeah.
whole entire concert you're just like looking. It's like you're not even really enjoying it. You're like too busy
No.
doing like work.
Yeah, that's
It's
a good
crazy.
example. Yeah,
That's so crazy to me, man. Hey, man. It is what it is. That's life.
it is. Yeah, people will be people. You know, it's crazy though how big of an impact social media has had, though, like just on the world, like you know, and just like phones in general. That's a whole different story. But yeah,
Oh no, hey, that's right up my alley. Let's get into it, man. I'm very always talking. I'm like very interested in that because I feel like when you think about social media and like the impact it's had, it's like the biggest gift and curse type of thing, like a double-edged sword. Because like
yeah,
yes, you can interact with people that you haven't since 20 years ago, people across the world, whatever, whatever. But it's like the impact that it does to like our brain and the way that we think and the way that we perceive things, as in like relationships, the way we perceive humans, the way we perceive our life. Like, oh, that person has this much money and they're my age, I must be a failure, that type of thing. It's like our mentality and perception of the world is so warped because of the way social media presents it to us. It's crazy.
that yeah, that's literally the reason why. That's the biggest negative like downfall of social media because people now they create their personalities off social media. They're out there trying to look sweet and shit when in reality nobody gives a fuck. You know, obviously if like you're trying to like market yourself and shit, yeah, go ahead. But like like I don't know, people really put way too much thought and effort into this shit, and like I don't know, I don't really fuck with it that much. But at the same time, I get it. Like people got standards to keep up with. So yeah,
That is a fact, and I feel like people look at social media and it's like you said, it's like you got to put on a front, you got to put on something. I feel like when we look, like we're just so like follow the leader type of thing. Like I've at least seen 300 people do the money thing where they're making words out the money or whatnot. It's like how many times are you going to, like, I don't know, it's just like who wants to be like original anymore, that's why I feel like when I heard you, I was interested because I was like, okay, I don't know anybody that sounds like this, nor do I know anybody, referencing like the 53rd person on the NFL roster. I don't know anybody doing these things, and that's original. You know what I'm saying? This thing is referencing practice squad members on a song. Nobody's doing that. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, that's originality. Versus like, oh, I'm about to make some sentence out of a money because I seen 53 other people do it. It's like, I don't know, like do something new.
that should actually that's one of the better trends I've seen, low key. I kind of like that.
I just feel like I don't know, man. I haven't really seen too many good ones. Like I've seen a couple where I'm like, that's funny,
Oh, okay,
but I haven't seen too many good ones where it's like, okay, you put some thought into that one. I've seen a couple, but most of them like, I guess.
yeah. Nah, you're definitely right. I saw one, bro. What was that? He had, it was like a mailman, and he was like, he like had it spread out, and he was like, "You're not getting your packages or some shit."
That's a good one. I didn't see that, but that's good. That's good.
I saw it on Twitter. That should be dog.
That's a good one. I feel like, yeah, man. I mean, is that something that you consciously think about? Just not even in your music, just in life. Like, do you strive to be like you original? Is that like a conscious thought that you put effort into, or is that just something that you don't even think, you just do?
I don't know. Like I would definitely say I just do it,
Mm.
But I'm definitely like conscious of like how I let things affect me, like and like some things like change my thought process. Something I'll be like, wait, nah, like social media changed that thought for me. Let me take a step back and actually look at the real world, the view of it. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but I would say mostly like yes, it's just me being myself. I don't really think about it beforehand or anything.
I got you. I've definitely had that, like where you're just too caught up into something, and you're like, wait, like I'm like feeding into something that I might not even per se believe. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
I've kind of
exactly.
been like brainwashed almost because you've seen it so much. It's like if you lie enough, you'll start to believe the lie yourself, type of thing. So if you see something enough, you're eventually gonna be like, all right, maybe that is true. So yeah, man,
Most
social media
definitely.
is social media is crazy, man. I mean, outside of that, music, I know you like sports. Like, what is like a daily routine for you? What is hobbies, anything like that? Like what are you into?
Uh, I like playing video games. Uh, I mean, like, bro, recently I've been pretty boring. I don't know. I've really just been focused on getting money. That's just, I don't know. I'm getting older now. Like, I'm starting to try to pick up some more hobbies and, be a little bit more, I don't know, like, just more diverse with my interests. I mean, low key, I haven't really, like, said this, but I like cooking,
Mm.
like food. I've been kind of, like, just, like, watching shit. Just, like, chef. I don't even know, bro. I'd be bored, but, like, yeah, like, just, like, kind of, like, seeing how people cook and shit.
Are you finna have food bars now in the kitchen cooking baklava?
Bro, like, I could be the next Action Bronson.
For
Like, imagine
hey,
that.
that would be interesting. And I only said baklava because I've only heard him say that. I have no idea what baklava looks like, but yeah, man, we
Oh, you never had baklava
I've
before?
never had baklava.
It's a Middle Eastern dish.
Mm.
It's like a little, like, small, like, dessert. It's like a flaky pastry
Is
with,
it
like,
is it good?
nah, it's good. It's fire for sure.
Hey man, that's something that I want to pick up into because I mean I'm not gonna lie, bro. What woman doesn't like a guy that can cook? You know, so it's like
Yeah.
that's a very useful thing. Like cook. I also want to know how to play the piano because I feel like that's also something that's just very interesting to me. I don't know if you ever thought about like picking up an instrument, but it's very like it's very fun when you're into it.
That might be something I do later on in life because when I was little, I played the guitar a little bit and the drums. So
Really.
yeah,
I told this story before, but I remember I had a guitar and I went to go take lessons, and I was just the ignorant child. Like, I was just crazy. I went to there, and he could tell I didn't practice. Like we'll go over like the little notebook, the music, uh, in the sheet, and he'd be like, "All right, this guy didn't practice." So he was like, "Hey, just bring in music that you like, and I'll listen to it by ear, and I'll teach you how to play it." Me being ignorant, I'm bringing in like Future and Gucci Mane songs that have no type of guitar, and this is a old white like 70-year-old dude,
so the
and he's like trying to listen to it and play it. And I'm like, oh man, this is just crazy. But no, you definitely should look into that, man. It's definitely fun. Definitely fun, man.
I was about to say though. I mean, I did say I played it, but I never actually learned how to correctly play it. I would just
Okay.
mess around. So I was like you. Bro, I remember I had a class in high school where it was like a guitar class,
Mm.
and like we had to like learn a song like on our own or some shit, like just like the notes, like something like simple. And I picked like it was like some like random like rap song, bro. It was like it was so ass, bro. It came out so ass. I don't even remember what song it was, but I remember I played it in front of the whole class and I had my friends dying.
They're like, hey, so what's your song today? And you're like, it's Slime Cedo, Queen Latifah.
Bro, if I could play that, yeah, I would.
That's hilarious. And it's crazy because speaking of high school, I'm not gonna lie, I tried to get in my Nardwuar bag. I tried to find some stuff out about you that I'm like, nobody could find this. It's hey, you're a very off the grid type of guy, you know, not a lot of social media. I found your high school graduation video. That's about it. That's all I found.
Where'd you find that?
Hey man. What does Narwhal say? You're Since99. I gotta find
Oh,
that.
I gotta delete everything.
You're Since99, and like I'm
Facebook's gone.
I'm looking at you, and I'm like, I hope he does like a dab or something crazy that I could bring up in this interview. But no, you did like it was funny because like as you're getting your diploma, you have like the straightest face, and then you smile, you shake their hand. Then you have the straightest face. Then you smile, shake their hand. Then you have the straight. I'm like, I don't know if he's happy or the most pissed off person of all time right now. Do you remember that?
Bro, wait, think my graduation day. I don't know. I don't even know how I was feeling that day. I don't even. That's just how I am, bro. I don't know. I'd be dealing with shit, mentally. I feel like in high school too. I was going through some shit.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I have like anxiety and shit. So yeah, that's probably why I was like that.
I want to go back to that, but before I do, because I'm gonna forget to say this, I just went down a weird hole trying to find stuff about you. I found a white girl in high school who reviewed your album for her high school newspaper. Have you seen that?
No, what the fuck?
She
No.
reviewed which one did she review? She reviewed freaking 99 overall. for her high school newspaper, and yeah.
What?
Let me find this real quick. Hold on.
Wait, what? You're
Oh
finding
man.
shit. Yeah, you
Hey,
are Nardwuar too, bro.
hey, I
Shut
was
up.
in my Narwhal bag this interview, man. I was trying to come. Here we are right here for St. Joseph High School. I don't know if that's in your city or anything.
That's in Michigan, I think. That's on the west side of Michigan.
So hey, St. Joseph High School by Amelia Kempf, and she wrote a she wrote an article about you, man. She got your government name in there and everything. So
That's out there. So yeah,
yeah,
I was proud of
she
that.
said she said she liked it. She said I would highly recommend that hip hop fans and all music fans alike give this album a listen.
Wow,
But it's a long review, so I'll send it to you. But she put her numbers in, so.
I'm about to peep that. What the hell?
That's hilarious. But no, you said you dealt with anxiety. Is that something that you still kind of struggle with?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just like it's something I really had to like teach myself how to deal with because yeah, like early on, I remember like when that shit first started happening with me. Like I remember I had like a panic attack, like
Mm.
like 16, and I had no idea what the fuck it was. You know, I was like, well, "What's happening right now? My heart's racing and shit." Like whatever. But yeah, like over time, I've just like learned how to deal with it for real. Like for the most part, I don't really take medication or anything. I just like have just gotten better in social situations and shit. But that's just like partially, you know, from how I grew up and the shit I've seen. So yeah, yeah.
I think I might have had one of those in my life. I don't know what it was, but I was like at a event and like I was just kind of panicking the whole time, and somebody tapped me on my shoulder. I almost punched him because I was just like on edge the whole time. So I think I've had one of those, and it's very it's not something I want to have again. And just like talking to you from both of these times, it's funny because the first time I interviewed you, I expected a different person. Just watching you and your videos and your music, I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be the life of the party. But you're way much more reserved and kind of like, you're not the most talkative person. Which is, am I assuming wrong right there or no?
I think at a surface level, yeah. But when you get to know me, I talk a lot. So yeah,
Gotcha,
and it
gotcha.
depends like on what mood I'm into. I don't know. Like also too, like if I'm smoking and shit, I'm pretty talkative.
And no, I can see that because I feel like first time I interviewed you, you were a little less talkative compared to now. Because now you're talking way more, and I feel like maybe that's just due to the comfortability level.
Actually, I don't know. Like that probably the comfortability level. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, last time I was probably a little more. It's just me just getting more comfortable for the camera and shit too.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Because when we first did it, I was like, "Oh, this guy must hate me because he doesn't want to talk in this interview." But as you kept talking, I was like, "Oh no, I think he's just a little bit more, you know, reserved type of guy."
yeah, yeah, for sure. I was younger back then too. I mean, it's only been 2 years, but I feel like I'm just like a different person now. You know,
What's the best, I guess, evolution as a human you think you've had since then to now?
holding myself accountable.
Mm.
I feel like about shit. Like a lot of times, I might like try to blame some shit on other people, but like at the end of the day, I'm the one that controls my destiny and my future. So I hold all the responsibility on myself, regardless. You know, but at the same time, I've always been down on myself. So like, I don't know, but I just feel like yeah, holding myself accountable for sure, and just like just like staying on shit. You know,
It's like finding the balance between, you know, holding yourself accountable, like you said, but also not like putting yourself down to the point where, you're like lowering your self esteem. I'm assuming,
yeah, yeah,
Gotcha,
pretty
gotcha,
much.
gotcha, gotcha. No, that is a very interesting thing. I know somebody like that. That's really interesting. But yeah, man, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I definitely appreciate this. If you got anything else you want to say to the people out there, let it be known.
Uh, yeah, I guess. Let me think. Definitely new music. I'm about to be a lot more consistent this year.
Okay.
With the drops and stuff. I'm trying to drop every month, like a
Mm.
project. So be ready for that. Obviously, new music videos too. Honestly, just showing like more of a side of who I really am
Mm.
for real with my music. And yeah, that's about it.
Is there a side you think we don't know yet, just from your music?
Uh, I guess like in more of like the serious side of things, like how I actually be like feeling, because I feel like a lot of times I'll just be saying funny shit, just like trying to do punchlines or whatever. But actually, as I'm getting older, that shit kind of gets old. I want to
Yeah.
start actually talking about more serious shit. I don't want it to be like corny, but like at the same time, like I'm trying to like craft that style, where like it's like it was this hard and real, but like we'll see though. Yeah,
It's funny because you do that. Like I feel like you have a couple relationship songs where it's not too many like jokey jokes in there. It's like a serious song. Like what's the song on Overall? You have a song on Overall 99. I forget the
bro.
name of it.
Sim story, like
Sim
the
Story,
funny
yeah,
thing
Sim
is,
Story.
I be making up those stories off my head. Like those are not real at all. I'm just like, let me think about myself in a situation and just describe it.
It came out good though. That's the thing. Like your imagination, it made. I thought it was a real story.
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Hey man, came out good. Lastly, before we get out of here, I need to press you on this once again. We need the sports YouTube channel, man, or something, man.
Oh,
I don't want you to back out on it and be like, yeah, I thought about it, but no, like I'm telling you, bro, that is the move for you. And then what would be fire is if you get to the point where you can start inviting rappers on, talking to them about sports. So you have Tron on because I know Tron know about sports. You have insert other person that's he knows about sports. It just builds on from that. I'm telling you, bro. You can have like you could be like the first. Because like for example, the main sports show I watch right now, it's the Pat McAfee show. He used to be a punter, so he turned from punter to analyst. Not saying you go from rapper to analyst, but you can just balance the rapper and type of just sports pundit talker, and I feel like that'd be cool.
that's what I'm saying. Just like different sources of fans coming in. Get something from this side, they go
Yep.
to this side. I'm just trying to be more, like income coming from different ways. Like that. That's what I want to do.
Hey man, if you need
Really.
help, man, hey man, I'm here, man. I'm
But
here with the
I was about
idea.
to say, yeah, I'll tap in because like some of the equipment and stuff, I'm not really like too familiar with. But yeah,
Wait, man, I appreciate you sliding through. For everybody watching right now, until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. You guys holler at your boy.